Hello, everyone. My name is Alok. So you are attending Workday Recruiting live demo session. All right. So my name is Alok. And so the agenda of this session is your trainer is going to talk about his experience, how much experience he has, what he has done, certification, all of that stuff. And he's going to then talk about what is Workday Recruiting, where it sits in the whole HCM suite, how we can help our what we give, how we help the learners learn recruiting, get certified, the whole 9 yards. We'll talk about how to build your career in recruiting. So bear with us for a little bit, and then we'll get started here, and we'll explain you everything. Okay. And any question about the certification, please hold off, everyone. You don't have to post it in the chat, and we will explain you how we can help you with the certification at the end of this session from the trainer. Okay. We'll show you the LMS. We'll show you everything. So hold up. And for those of you, this recruiting training is going to go for about 2 months. Everyone is going to get access to the tenant access. So, and then you will get access to a live tenant as well, GMS tenant. The one good thing about ZaranTech is that it is for 2 months, and then you are the only one who has access. It's one-on-one access, meaning one user, one tenant. 24/7 you will have access. We don't give that slotted access like other companies do. Time frame wise, we don't. You will have access to that tenant for 24/7, okay, for 2 months. So you can practice. And after that, once your training is done, we'll take you through that whole process of certification, how we can help you get certified, and then the portal we have built to help you get certified. So all of that stuff we'll talk about here, and you will have a very good idea, okay? No, we are the biggest company which posts the most amount of content on YouTube. Absolutely.
Yeah, I know.
So you guys, I mean, if you want to consume that content, it'll take you at least a year, just the free content we post. And that's just 10% of what we have posted, because we can't post fast enough. And people are consuming that content, but we are ready to help, and we have the biggest learner community on LinkedIn as well, and Facebook and Telegram. So we'll share all that information as well. So all the free resources, all of that stuff we'll share, so you can take a look, and we'll also guide you through the whole step-by-step process of how we'll deliver this training, how the LMS works, how the certification works, how the tenant access, the whole 9 yards will show you. Thank you for joining. And again, one more time, for those of you who are attending the demo session, because I see some new faces here, our demo session, at the end of the demo, well, before the demo ends, we will share a code for you guys, and that code will get you 50% off for the course fee. And that code is only valid till the end of this demo session. On top of that, we'll also get you access to a free video course for Workday HCM Core. Okay. All of that stuff will be provided right here, right now, in a little bit. Okay. But thank you so much. Next person is, please go ahead.
So I just have a question. Like, given my background in the US IT recruitment, do you think transitioning into a Workday HCM analyst role is a realistic?
It's very realistic. It's very, very realistic. We see, okay, so let me answer this question in a different way. We are, outside of Workday, we are the biggest training company. Okay. The largest amount of people we see come to learn Workday are PeopleSoft. Okay. Hands down. PeopleSoft, people are moving from PeopleSoft to Workday. We see Oracle HCM. We see a lot of SAP consultants move. And after all the HCMs are done, it's IT recruiters. Recruiters are moving into Workday. So you are at a very good place. If you need a roadmap of what to do step by step, let us know, and we'll send you a roadmap through email as well, where you explain us what is your background, and we can step you through everything. Okay. So again, all that stuff we are pretty good at. We'll send you all that information. Okay.
Certainly. Yeah. Thank you.
All right. At this point, I'm just going to shut up, and I'm going to give this control to your trainer.
So starting forward with what is Workday Recruiting, I think one of the things what is Workday Recruiting is that it's a unified talent acquisition and applicant tracking system inside Workday HCM. It supports end-to-end recruitment life cycle. Like that means creating a job requisition. So I think when we create a job requisition in Workday, we can create it for different positions, for different job profiles. than posting that job requisition to our career site, be it external career site or internal career site for our own requisition, because a lot of times we do not want to post my job requisition to external world, but only keep it to my internal candidates only or internal folks. Or I want to post it to agencies. So we have a different career site for agencies. We can do that as well. Now, after posting, what we can do is that once the candidates start applying. So in the external career site, we also do branding of our career site. So you would see that how we can create external career site and brand it appropriately for our candidates to log in. And after, once they log in, how will they apply and fill different questions? So you can create multiple type of questionnaires like, are you 18 years of age or not, or whether you have visa or not. So those type of questions we can ask from the candidates when they are applying, based upon the client's requirements. And also we can click onto certain data privacy terms and conditions. They can click onto those data privacy terms and conditions based upon, again, with different countries and their data privacy. Like Europe has a different GDPR versus APAC versus US. And we can collect any sort of personal information as well as per our requirements, maybe what is their gender or what is their, ethnicity, so that we can accordingly check later on that where our maximum candidates are coming from or what is their source basically. Now, after their application process gets completed, they go through the interview process. So every company creates a job application flow that, okay, once my candidates come on to, whether they will be at the review stage, from review, whether they will be going to interview or assessment or background check. So in Workday Recruiting, that's is job application process flow. And this is completely customizable based upon the client's requirements. So we can create whether they want to go through review, then interview, and then finally to offer. And in offer, we can have offer letters, which is one of the most, I think, maybe tough, but I think I like it a lot. So we can create offer letters and give it those offer letters. And offer letters are very crucial part of, I think, Workday Recruiting. Reason being that definitely it has all the quotations of the money that the candidate is going to get. And definitely if those money components are going to be over there, we do not want to overcommit or undercommit or give any sort of wrong information, because first, I think offer letter is a very legal document which the candidate gets from a company, and anything going haywire, I think candidates can sue the company as well if that requires to. And next, after that, they go through a hiring process, which is they get into HCM. So Workday Recruiting gets completed, and that's all the handshake between Workday Recruiting and HCM happens. And then they go through the onboarding process where someone actually, they fill in the personal information, contact details, home address, and so many other requirements. Or a lot of times like term policy or health insurance policies they want to have from that company. So those details are getting done in my onboarding process. So this is how my complete seamless process of Workday Recruiting happens in Workday. And we can design it completely based upon the client's requirements, or we can further enhance it as well. Okay, going forward with the next one is the Workday recruiting features. So we have 3 recruiting features, which is the talent pools, manage pools, and configure pools. So we'll see each one of them. So what is talent pools? So talent pools are organized list of potential candidates you may want to consider for future roles. So a lot of times what happens is that in recruiting that there are 2, coins of words. I think one is the candidate and another is a prospect. So prospect is somebody who has not applied to your company, but you think that could be a good candidate for the company. A lot of time recruiters goes to a particular maybe college campus and they find that, okay, this particular person is a great fit for my company or role. And what they do is that they do not let that candidate apply to a job requisition, because obviously that the job requisition is not created yet, but they create the candidate's profile in that, Workday tool with right amount of knowledge they have, maybe AI or whatever Workday skills they have. They put those skills on so that they can later on pitch on that candidate, and they do not lose that candidate from their, purview of the overall thing. So once the candidate's profile gets created, every recruiter across the company can actually see those candidates, and they can accordingly pitch in later on. So, for the right job profile when it is there. A lot of times what happens is that even a job requisition freeze happens. So maybe the candidate is not selected at that point in time, but later on, they can reach onto that same candidate because his candidate account is already created in Workday portal, in my company's Workday portal. Now, when I'm talking about creation of Workday, candidate account with certain details, maybe email ID or phone number, I think a lot of times we also send these candidates of, like, since I'm holding your personal data information from a GDPR standpoint of view, we need to also ensure my client understands that after certain time frame, like maybe after 1 year, 2 year, I need to purge all this data, whatever I have for the candidates I have. So this way I create this talent pools. I manage my pools that, okay, these are my certain candidates who have this SAP technology. These are my certain candidates who have SuccessFactors technology, and so on and so forth. And whether they previously applied for this particular role, up until what stage of the job application they went on to that particular job requisition, they went ahead until interview, or they did not clear the interview itself, or they went ahead until offer, and because of salary negotiations, it did not work out, or whatever it is. So that also we check in our managed pools. Then is a configured talent pools. Once I know that, okay, this is something I can create certain kind of talent pools with. So I can create a talent pool, maybe that potential candidates for future, or candidates who have been maybe, rejected at the offer stage. And all these talent pools which I'm configuring based upon my, location, skills, or job categories. After which, one of the things which we also need to ensure is based on the security. So if I'm creating a talent pool, I want to only ensure maybe certain section of recruiters are able to see this talent pool that I've created, or I want to make it visible for everyone. So configuring the talent pool and giving the security access set to the right recruiters who can see these talent pools gets managed in my configured talent pools. So any doubts until now? Okay, cool.
Do prospects...
Next.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yes, please go.
Candidates are existing in Workday. Do prospects also have profile in Workday?
Yes, they do. They do have a profile in Workday, correct. And the recruiters can create their profile. They would not go manually. They can also go manually add their profile without applying to any job application itself. But yes, we do have it.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Moving ahead, the AI features in recruiting. So I think AI is a buzzword right now in the industry, and Workday is definitely ensuring that they are not, laggard in this feature. So we do have many AI features in recruiting. One of these AI features is that when recruiters create job requisition, for example, they are creating a job requisition, for example, for sales associate. Now, they have to write certain job description that, okay, sales associate will do this, do that. They should have these competencies, and the requirements are so and so forth. So Workday has this AI feature that it will automatically auto-generate this, job descriptions in when the recruiters are creating their job requisition. The idea is that obviously to save time and better decision making, increase the productivity, And obviously, one of the things is that they need to check that whatever is getting generated for a particular job profile, which best suits the company's job profile as well, gets first cross-checked, and then it should be posted by the recruiter. There can be question that, okay, a sales associate can be there in my finance company as well as it can be there in a retail firm, or it can be there in a healthcare firm as well. Would the job profile for a sales associate across the industry will be the same? No. So that's where the inbuilt AI feature will understand that it will take that, okay, the company is coming from a healthcare industry, and it is a sales associate. It is working in maybe in US market. So all these considerations are being taken forward, and then this particular job description is generated for specially curated for that company, and then it is posted. Apart from this job description, another thing is the hired score integration. Hired score integration also helps that where my candidates are coming from. They are coming from LinkedIn, they are coming from maybe I'm doing a college campus something interview where they are coming from there. So all those features can be checked from hired score as well, integration with hired score. So this is how certain AI features are implemented in Workday Recruiting, and for better productivity and bias reduction and smarter workforce planning. Moving ahead, Workday Recruiting functionality. So one of the things is that the recruiting functionality you can see over here is a candidate management, recruiting marketing, requisition and job posting management, and analytics and reporting. So I'll help you understand each of these terms. So first is a candidate management. I think candidate management is important, is that whenever we create, I can show the tenant maybe a little bit. So candidate management, what happens is that whenever the candidate actually applies to any job requisition, they are all gets, into a funnel like find candidates. So after that, for example, I can show it to you.
So your trainer is right now logging into the tenant. So if for those of you who have never seen a tenant, this is your GMS tenant we have, and just he'll show you everything what is there in the tenant.
So you can see the candidate pipeline. Here you can find that all the candidates which are available in the candidate, you can see there are 162, items, which has all the job requisition. And in each of this job requisition, I can see that some of them are in the review stage. If I click on this number, I can see that, okay, Burj is there, Kyle is there, and from which source they are coming from, what is their email ID and phone number. Again, this can be customizable, and when they have been added, that means when they have actually applied to a particular job requisition. Similarly, for different job requisition, I can see that at what stage they are, whether they have declined or rejected. So, and how many total candidates. So I can cross-check this, candidate data from over here and accordingly take actions if required. So this is basically my candidate management that I perform, that I check, okay, these are my talent pools that I have created. Somebody is from, SAP background and they have been already rejected previously, or they are already there in two of the job requisition, which are already in first stage. So that helps the recruiter to know that, okay, if candidate is already there in an offer stage for a particular job rec, I should not maybe pitch in for another, job role in that case. Or if I can see that, no, the candidate is, completely not there in any job requisitions per se, then I can definitely pitch in for another, role which may be best suited for that candidate. Next is the recruiting marketing. So recruiting marketing, as I mentioning, was that you would be creating an external career site for your client. So in the external career site, you will be actually adding banner or how it should look like. So if I go over here, So you can create an external career site for your client based upon your requirement. You can provide which languages it should have. And if I come down over here, you have a branding section. So you can put what kind of, branded colors you want to have. Obviously, like Workday has orange and blue, and based upon that, what branding colors you want to create. So that will give a good look and feel about it. Every every career site has a sidebar over here, which shows what the company is actually, believe onto, what is its principles and other important links. And so these things you can configure. And apart from that, I think one of the things which we also ensure in recruitment marketing or while creating this external career site is that a lot of times, because of pay transparency, I think EU and I think certain states in US has this law that you need to ensure that you give pay transparency or how much is the compensation package for that particular role. So we can configure that as well in our job requisitions, so that it is well posted in our external career site and it is as per the current laws in that particular country. Apart from that, we can also give right set of information for maybe a lot of times disabled people apply to a job requisition, and if they need any help in terms of accommodation or attending any interview, so we can give those sort of extra information as well or not. Here you can see that, you can provide apply personal information details like how to collect the title or, for which country you want to take forward, what are the terms and agreement or self-identify disability, certain things. So these are the things how you can market your, in the external career site. Apart from that, one other feature in Workday Recruiting, apart from other modules, I think recruitment is the only module which works with both internal workers and the external world of people. And I think in this whole situation, and those people who are working in the recruiting area as a recruiter, they can know the headache of managing candidates, that there will be so many calls, why am I rejected, or in which stage I am. So one of the important feature is the notifications, that even if I am not talking to you personally over email, I can send notification to you that, okay, hey, you are in the interview stage, or there is an upcoming interview that is showing up for you, or you are at the offer stage. Please go and accept your offer letter by so and so date. And in this, all communications that I am sending, that is my notifications that I'm sending to the external world or my internal employees in their job application stage, is we can brand those notifications as well. We can put certain branding images, be it like a Workday company or be it a healthcare firm. So we can put certain branded logos. Or a lot of times companies have, Facebook page, Insta page, or LinkedIn page. We can put all those hyperlinks in our notification messaging that we are doing, so that our candidates are well alerted whenever we are doing anything maybe in our firm, and we can redirect them to our Facebook page or a YouTube page or LinkedIn page accordingly. So that's how my recruitment marketing happens in, Workday Recruiting. Okay, next is the requisition and job posting management. As I was mentioning that you can ensure, I think one of the most key important thing, those who might have attended even the HCM classes, is that whether we want to ensure that any company must decide when they are creating a job requisition or a recruiting module, is that whether they want to go ahead with position management or they want to go ahead with job management. So what does position management or job management do? Is nothing but like if each job rec has only one seat or a chair to fill in, or versus if I'm thinking that, hey, I'm doing a campus recruitment where probably I'll hire for a new budding technology, maybe AI, and I don't know how much my, pool is or my requirement is at this stage. So I can fill as many, maybe 20, 50 candidates for that particular role. And I can then accordingly decide whether I want to go ahead with 10 or maybe 5 candidates or just hire one candidate. So those are the two, job management features. And I can manage this job requisition that, okay, if it is getting posted to certain country, what those rules and regulations would be. So those are, managed. A lot of times what happens is that if I'm posting to an agency versus if I'm posting to an external career site, a lot of times happens is that agency take a certain agency pay cut whenever they are ensuring that, okay, this candidate has gone through my channel. So I do not want to show all my job postings to agency, but I only want to show certain subset of job requisition, which I want to show to my agencies. Or there is a subset of job requisition, which I only want to post to my internal candidates, basically, or internal employees, versus I want to do it for external world or my external candidates. And whether or not, as I was discussing, whether it is having pay transparency features, that whatever the amount, minimum and maximum range of compensation I want to give. Last but not the least is the analytics and reporting. I think Workday Recruiting really helps, apart from the other tools, which PeopleSoft or other things, is that you can have multiple type of reports and analytics and dashboards here, and where you can see that, okay, these are my job requisitions and here my candidates are available in certain stages. And I can create any report if that requires to. So for example, I can create a report for a particular job requisition for how many days a candidate is sitting in that job requisition. So that way I can check that, okay, the candidate is sitting in that job requisition from last 5 days, and or maybe from last 2 months or last 3 months, and no activity has been done. So I can go and cross check and tell them, hey, you know what, please ensure that it is moved on. And I can also check in terms of reporting that which pool they are coming from. Are they coming from LinkedIn, or they are coming from YouTube, or where is their source in that case? So that accordingly, company can, analyze this data and accordingly put forward their money in the right channel to market their job requisitions. So if they are coming from LinkedIn, they can post more on LinkedIn, or if they're coming from some other job marketplace, be it Indeed or Naukri, then they can accordingly market their company at the right forum in those cases. So this was about candidate management, recruiting, marketing, requisition and job posting management, and analytics and reporting. Any questions over here by anyone?
What you were talking about, or what you were showing, that the functionality can be what you call customized. Now, my question is in a state government, right, where the recruiting policies are a lot more stringent than the normal commercial industry, can we add more filters? Can we add more analytics for sourcing candidates?
Absolutely, we can. So I think the right word you mentioned is stringent. So yes, for certain sections where we are coming from, a Workday can be built for many industry, be it a college or be it college campus we want to build in, or be it for a state department that we want to fill in. We can definitely customize it, and we can ensure that, it is well driven based upon the requirements of those companies' policies.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Someone else had a question. Please raise your hand. Okay, go ahead.
In the tenant, you were showing the candidate management portion. Where is that? Like, can we have a skill-based management in terms of, like, if I put in the search bar how many candidates with SAP I have, and does it show up all that?
Correct. Those can be done, but that can be done from a sourcing pipeline. So we have a different report for that. And with that source effectiveness on other report, you can actually check that, here are the source effectiveness. Yes. You can see whether the candidates, so here you can see there are total 578 candidates, and out of these 578 candidates, how many are referral candidates? How many of my are coming from LinkedIn? How many are coming from my maybe ATS, job teaser ATS? So, or how many are coming from my agencies? So this way you can check your source effectiveness, and you can accordingly, if more people are coming from referrals, so you are doing a great job. The company is doing a great job from a referral standpoint, that they are giving good incentives to the referral policies are correct and all these things. Or if somebody is coming from, LinkedIn, they can accordingly market it properly in LinkedIn in those cases. So this report really helps in terms of how their candidates are coming from, or from where they're coming from.
So this is the source, incoming source. I'm looking for once they come in, and we have them in the database.
Correct.
Can we find out how many candidates out of that 578 that you're showing SAP knowledge or success factors knowledge, something like that?
Yes, absolutely. We can also do that as well. We can create certain reports. This report is a Workday delivered report. Workday. So when you go for a reporting class, you will find out that there are certain reports which Workday automatically gives you by default, versus there are custom reports. So you can always create a report which is more suited based upon your requirement, and you can create a report that, create a report on all the existing 578 candidates, and then check that which type of skills they have. So whether they have SAP skill, or whether they have Workday other skill. So you can create that kind of custom report, and you can check that requirement.
And it will also allow me to search for just candidates with that knowledge.
Absolutely. So I think once a report is getting created, you can automatically search here, based upon, what report you have created, and see the data based on that. But I think this is a custom report, so I'm not sure if anybody have created this report in this tenant or not. So I cannot, and it will take some time obviously to create this report. So yeah, I'm keeping it for the later.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Any other questions?
I have one question. So in your recruitment workflow or the life cycle, you mentioned that recruiting and marketing. So what if an organization wants to have their own, say, candidate gateway or external candidate site? So the Workday allows that, or it has to be configured within the Workday ecosystem? Like, for example, I can give you an example, telemetry. So telemetry, we can configure to have the candidate gateway. And the connections would be in such a way that, people apply in the telemetry, and then it will be posted, or it will be synced with the backend system like Workday, PeopleSoft, or Oracle. So similarly, do we have that functionality in Workday, or the external set has to be within the Workday?
No. So I think it's a good question. A lot of times what happens is that I have been working with a China client, and over there they have a portal like Ajinga. And so these type of certain countries may want to, or Japan has Find In, and they want to post their, job requisition to their portal, external vendor portal, and the candidates will apply to their portal. And now the client can decide that, once they have already applied to their external career site, we will build an integration. And based upon those integration, I can fetch those candidates from that external external site to directly into Workday at a review stage. So they need not to again apply, but they will be there in my candidate job requisition at the review stage, or maybe directly at the offer stage, again based upon my client requirement.
Okay. So, but if I want to continue my applicant life cycle or applicant life cycle, like apply, interview. So those, if I want to happen in Workday, just only apply workflow happens on the third party. So is that possible, or do we need to build it, like you said, like an integration?
Yeah, you need to build the integration for sure, so that this, link does happens between. Otherwise, how will the system know that you are posting there, and the candidates need to ultimately come down to, your Workday portal so that they can, those who are hired at least go to HCM and become an employee, so on and so forth.
Okay. Thank you, Sankalp.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? If not, then we'll move ahead. Next is a Workday recruiting functionalities. I have told about recruiting marketing, that you can create your branded career sites. You can put social media links in your notifications. And based upon that, you can also see that where your candidates are coming from. Candidate management, we have seen that how you can manage these candidates based upon custom reports you can create. And next is the requisition and job posting management. This also we have talked about, and analytics and reporting, that how we can have different recruitment analytics and dashboards, which would ensure to help us know that at what stage of the funnel they are into, or how much time it is taking to fill it, or the source performance where our jobs are posted. Next, in terms of this, key benefits of Workday recruiting. So I think one of the few improved benefits is an improved candidate experience. So whenever these candidates are coming into the funnel, they are going through your brands, basically your branded data and your details. They can see the recruiter information if provided, and they are getting the right amount of notification at various stages of the job application. So they are not left out as such. And they can also create job alerts in your career site, so that whenever a job, even if the job requisitions are not there in the site as of now, but if it is posted later on for maybe a location at Toronto, then they can get to a notification that, hey, a job is posted at this location, please go and apply, so on and so forth. Next coming is a global compliance. So we do, as I was talking about, the pay transparency. So we have pay transparency in US, we have in EU is also building on the same. So you can put certain pay transparency, maximum and minimum amount, all those things and details in your job postings, so that you are legally, aligned properly. Unified HR system. So there is a proper unified HR system. So this whole process from the starting of your review stage to assessment stage, or your background check stage, until higher stage, everything is in one platform. So it's a unified HR system. Talent analytics and insights. You can always get multiple insights from the custom reports that you create. And AI features are certainly there. Workday is building onto it. And integration with Workday systems. So as there was a good question in terms of how we can integrate the external vendors. So a lot of time what happens is that, for example, in background check, in US, we have FADB as a background check vendor. So this background check status is being integrated with Workday recruiting module. It will help me know that, okay, the background check status is passed or failed, or at what stage they are onto. A lot of times what happens for interview, we have different vendors accordingly. It's just the interview does not happen in Workday. So, or assessment vendors like Metal or some other assessment vendors are there. So those information we can also happen in, integrate in our Workday recruiting. We can ensure that, okay, the right status flows from that external vendor to my Workday, and I can know whether my candidate has passed the assessment or passed the interview or not, and whether I can move ahead for the next stage. Next is a collaborative hiring. Obviously, the hiring process over here happens collaboratively in ensuring that there are multiple recruiters for managing your job requisition process, so that even if one recruiter is absent, or there are other recruiters who can manage your particular job requisition flow. It is streamlined and efficient recruitment process. Definitely, it will be streamlined only once you properly discuss with your client requirements and then configure it properly. So you can streamline it based upon your client's requirement that, okay, it will flow from interview to review, or sometimes back to background check. What will be the flow of the candidates that will happen over here? and what sort of notifications will be sent out in this whole, each of this process or each of the stage, and scalability and flexibility. So you can definitely scale it up based upon different reports you can, create, or you can post different type of job requisitions. And flexibility also is there. You can accordingly customize all this solution based upon different condition rules and calc fields that you will create in the meantime. Okay, moving ahead in terms of common recruiting terminology and work in Workday. So I think this is a good slide to talk upon something technical. I think first is a job requisition. I was continuously saying this word. I'm not sure whether you have taken it up or not. So job requisitions are all the job requisitions which are posted. We post it to the internal and external career site. So that's how we are ensuring it's a job posting. Job application is nothing but the candidate is applying to a particular, what a candidate submits for that requisition. Next is the candidate pool. It's a group of candidates saved for future roles. So I can create certain kind of candidate pools based upon my requirement. And last but not the least is a prospect, which I think discussed at the very starting itself. It's someone who is interested but not yet applied for a particular requisition. But I think is a good potential candidate for a particular company in those cases. So that's about job rec, job posting, job application, candidate pool, candidate profile, and a prospect. Okay. So here you can read them. Okay. Now navigating through the recruiting hub. So I will show it to you in the tenant properly. Give me a moment. So, yeah. So here you can see there is a recruiting, hub that's been created where you can see that different actions you can take. That what is create prospect quickly, create job application, my candidates, withdraw application, my recruiting jobs, job requisitions. So these are the certain, actions you can take from this recruiting. You can again customize this, and whenever, you are checking this my candidates, for example, you can see that all this, list shows up. Again, this is a customized report. You can further customize it, and you can see that here there are certain filters which are available. Maybe candidate stage, job family, candidate types, whether they have applied, whether they are coming external or internal or prospect. So these type of filters also you can, ensure to create your report and then add it in your recruiting hub based upon your requirement. So you can see what type of school they are coming from, degrees, total years of experience. So these type of filters, if you want to add more filters, you can do that as well. Or if you want to remove certain filters, you can do that as well. And based upon that, you can create your own recruit and add this report in the recruitment hub over here. And accordingly, you can customize the solution for you. Again, it depends upon what, the client's requirements. So you can see recruiting, you can see job requisition, you can see candidates, you have dashboards, and you have certain shortcuts as well. So if I go over here and if I go to the menu, you can see there's a shortcuts available. So you can create your own shortcuts. Here you can see add button and edit button. So in this edit, if I go, I can remove certain shortcuts which are available and save the changes, or I can add a shortcut based upon my requirement. For example, create referral. So this I can add it as a shortcut because I think that, okay, adding a referral candidate is very more often that I do, or create job requisition. For example, I can do add a shortcut over here. Create job rec. Okay. So this I can add it in my menu. And if I go back to my menu, I can see create job requisition and create referral added. So every time I do not need to search in my search bar as a recruiter, I can directly come to my shortcuts and create job requisition. This will help me to create a job requisition task open. Okay. Moving ahead. navigating the recruiting hub. So we can see in the recruiting hub various tasks which are available. So I can see whether the assessment tasks are there or not, whether background check tasks are there or not. Give me a moment. I just want to check if. One second.
So one question which I'm seeing is that is the tenant going to be available for all modules under HCM? Yes, that tenant will be available for all modules of HCM. You can, if you once you get the tenant for your 2 months from the date of the start of the training, you will have access to all the modules. I mean, under HCM, you have HCM core compensation, advanced comp benefits, recruiting, learning, talent, and performance. You will have access to all of them. You can practice any one of them. You asked this question, so I just thought it will be helpful for others too. So yeah. Okay. Again, the tenant, no problem. The tenant is available for 2 months from the date you start, not month, date. So some of the tenants expire 31st regardless. It is not like that. So when we start the training on Feb 8 Sunday, you will have till April 8th, 2 months. You will have the tenant, and you can do practice whatever module you want. And if you want to extend the tenant, you just have to pay extra to extend that after that. The training is supposed to finish within 6 to 7 weeks. During the time, we expect you to practice a lot, on the tenant. And after the training is completed, we also would love for you to get into the community, get certified. All of that stuff I'm going to show you here very soon. Okay. After your trainer's done, I will have him take a break. During that break, I can show you everything. Okay. You want me to show them the LMS when you're doing this quick?
Yes, absolutely. If you want to show it.
I mean, when he's getting his thing set up, I'll quickly show this. Give me 1 minute and I will share my screen. And I'm going to go over this here. I'm going to click it. We have made a post on our learner community. If you're not part of our learner community, go ahead and become a part by clicking this link. And then you can actually go to the learner community. We have quite a lot of information here. Similarly, I've also shared Get a Workday Job 30 to 45 days step-by-step job plan. This is also, so resources wise, everything under our learner community, we post everything under our learner community. This is something you always want to sign up for. So just go to the learner community, Workday-learner-community, and you will, I'm just going to go as a member. Once you go here, click on the bell icon and just click on all and save. That way you will receive all the notifications. This is completely free. There's no paid. See, for example, we post live session, Workday Pechi, full course on YouTube. You can learn full live stream. There's nothing, no pay, nothing. We posted the free resources. We posted the step-by-step job plan. You won't see it because you're not subscribed to this learner community. So, we post quite a lot of stuff. So Workday Advanced Studio, if you want to learn, it's a live course streamed online. And we stream quite a lot of courses. So for example, this person got certified through us. We posted their screenshot and be like, hey, he got certified, take a look. You can connect with that person too and be like, hey, how was your certification, whatever. We post everything. We are a very transparent company. So you can, this person, again, got certified. They sent us an email saying they got certified. We'll post that email, obviously after their permission, and you can connect with that person directly as well. So quite a lot of content we post here, but take a look. In this session, I'll explain you a little bit about our LMS. So once you sign up with us, the first thing you get is access to a learning management system. Our learning management system is built on sites.google.com. If you are logged into your Gmail, you will have access. If you're not logged into your Gmail, you won't have access. So we will always ask your Gmail ID and we give you access to this LMS. You can access this LMS from anywhere, from your desktop, laptop, tablet, phone, whatever. Everything is here. Your tenant access is right here. Just click the button, you will be in the tenant. After you click the button, there is a user ID password we'll give you, and then you will be in the tenant straight. I'm showing you Workday HCM as a template for now. Just, recruiting is different, but yeah, just showing you as how it's going to look like. Your curriculum will be listed here for recruiting. Materials will be here. I will go over the materials in a little bit. So let me just go over the video recording session. Every session you attend is recorded, including the one you are in right now. And the recording will be posted here. We post the recording within 24 to 48 hours. Normally it's always 24, but we say it's 48 too. It can take some time. Edit the recordings, remove background noises, blanks, all of that stuff, and we post the recording for every session. After that, all the link session meeting links, date-wise is posted, and what topic was covered is posted here. So you can always click the link and attend the session. Attendance is very important, so we'll post the attendance as well. Who's attending, who's not attending, what sessions you've attended, all that stuff is posted here. Now let me go back to the material section. So now, ZaranTech builds all their materials ground up in-house. We don't copy any materials from anyone. We build our own materials. Everything from demo PowerPoints, session PowerPoint, everything, assessments, lab activity, case studies, everything is built in-house. Like the one you just saw, the demo presentation your trainer was doing. Similarly, I'm just showing just one PowerPoint. So it's all built. Again, it's not a PowerPoint style of training, but we have the PowerPoint as a student guide. So you can follow exactly what the trainer is teaching. But in fact, this is all, for you to just refer so you know where you're at. Okay. But we follow that 80-20 rule where 80% of the training is done on your tenant and the learning happens mainly on the tenant. That's your session PowerPoints. We have assessments. I'll show you one of them, just like anyone. I'll click. So you'll take a look at that. This is, again, every document has ZaranTech's logo on it, and then lab activities. So these are step-by-step labs you have to do. Your trainer is going to provide that. Your trainer is going to refer that particular document, be like, hey, we covered this topic, go do this lab. Obviously, he's going to show all of that stuff in the session first, and then you do the labs. Case study documents are right here. You will do this capstone projects. Once the training is finished, your trainer is going to take you through all of this stuff. You will do this. So 1 second. And then some of the materials shared by the trainer is also posted here. So this is how your LMS runs, and basically the step-by-step of your LMS, how everything happens. Now, again, any questions on this? Any questions on the LMS? How to use the LMS? What is the LMS? What document materials? Oh, one more thing, yes. Before you even ask, because I know this question comes all the time. How long do you have access to this LMS for the video recordings and materials? You will have access for 1 year from the start date. After that, it expires. We actually remove it from the platform anyways. Also, another thing we were saying, okay, let me cover this quick, okay? All right, now before I do this, let's just jump here. So for those of you who are very new to Workday and HCM and compensation and recruiting, all of that stuff, let me explain you how it works. Workday has different modules. HCM, ignore the word certification for now. Okay, I'm just going to explain with this. HCM, student, finance, payroll, integration, reporting, data loading, adapt, all that stuff. I'm not going to go over it because you're still here. Under HCM, you have Workday HCM Core, Workday Compensation, Advanced Comp, Benefits, Recruiting. You are here. Okay? This is Workday's way of, like, under HCM, there are these many modules. Okay? We normally always ask people to finish HCM Core and then come here. I'll tell you why, but then we also cover what is covered in HCM Core here as well. I'll cover this in a little bit. Just give me 1 second. So this is where you're at. So a lot of times what people do is they'll start with HCM Core, they'll get certified, and they'll get a job. They'll do the job for a little bit, and then they will get into recruiting, do that job. And then similarly, they'll get certified in all the HCM modules because that's how they build their career. So again, certifications are expensive because it is Workday. But this is how the HCM works. Now, let me show you one more screen where you will really understand this. Okay, So what we have done is we have taken all the certifications and all the courses Workday offers. Okay. So let's say if you are going for HCM core, here is the certification guide from Workday to be able to pass this certification. Workday offers 2 courses. One is HCM core for administrators. And whenever Workday says 32 hours, it's basically 16 because it's 16 hours of training, 16 hours of hands-on. So this is HCM core for administrator is a 16-hour course. Workday charges $3,200. This is the guide plus one more course, HCM course supplemental for administrator. Again, 16 hours, $3,200. Once you do these 2 courses from Workday, you will be confident enough to take this certification. I hope everybody understands this. Workday charges an arm and a leg, so just to take these courses from Workday, it's $6,400. When we offer, at ZaranTech, we offer a combination of these 2 courses for $699. And our students are able to take the certification too. Similarly, if you now come to the recruiting side, you will see to take the recruiting certification, you have 2 courses. Again, HCM core for administrators, which is the common course, 16 hours, and recruiting for administrators, again, 16 hours. Workday charges about $6,400. And then on top of that, to take the certification, another $800. $800, you cannot avoid that. Everybody has to pay $800 for taking the certification. So I hope this is clear. This and this both will be covered in our course. The course curriculum we have supplied covers this plus this. So after you take our course, you will be eligible. I mean, you will be ready. I shouldn't be saying eligible because these are not mandatory. These are optional. You can take it, not take it. You can appear for the certification. So you will be ready to appear for the certification. That's how Workday certification works. It's a little confusing. Trust me, it took me a while to learn all this stuff too. But this HCM core for administrators is a common course on the first common course for all HCM certification, under HCM certifications. Okay, HCM is the overall main module. Under there, you have so many different modules. So this is how everything is here. Let me just go back here one more time. So please, if you are here, go ahead and get all this information, save all this information, whatever. Okay. So this free resources, this is very good, and this step by step. So please go ahead and click on those links, and you can save that information because it is very helpful for you. Okay. Now, how we deliver certification and how certification is done, I will explain you. So I hope you all understood this part, HCM. So I'll close that. I've got too many tabs open. Your training, your curriculum for the course is right here. Okay. Our normal course fee for this course of Workday Recruiting is $699. And like we all already said, that if and when you enroll before the demo ends, you will get a 50% off. At this point, my team is going to release the 50% off coupon code here. And it's very simple. Just go ahead and click the link for the payment whenever. I'm not trying to push you into doing anything. You do what you want. Enter the code here, and then this will drop down to 50% off. Okay, that's $350. And there are different payment options. You can choose your card. Afterpay and Klarna are basically installment way of paying, and you can make the payment. That's about it. You are going to get the training. You are going to get help towards the certification, and that part I'll cover in a little bit. Okay, so just hold off for a second. I will give the trainer the control back, and I'll cover the certification at the end because I want to give him the chance to cover everything else. And I'll also share a lot of information coming here very soon. Okay, so here is a payment link, and the schedule is already shared with you all. I will one more time go over the schedule. The curriculum is here, 40 hours, Saturday, Sunday, 8:30 to 11:30, which is about 3 hours, 6 hours a week, it'll go for 7 to 8 weeks. Okay, depending on the trainer, how fast he does it, how slow he does it. We expect it to be 40, but if he finishes before 40, fine. If he go over 40, that's fine too. Demo registration link is just, this is my notes. So, but you have the code which is being shared right now. We have trainer profile, demo profile, everything else is being shared right now. So if you are ready to enroll, this 50% off is not, you will never get this 50% off code if you're outside of this live demo. Oh, one more thing I totally forgot. So we have a video course for your HCM core. Remember, I was talking about this particular training. This is the course. So what do you get complimentary on top of your live training program is this course. Now, what is this course? This is HCM core. Okay. Let me show you what it consists of so you have an idea. What is this? Okay, right there. So here is your what you get in your course. So you will get access to our Teachable platform. Teachable is where we host our video courses. You will have access to this full course. It's a very big course, a lot of material, all the videos for learning HCM core, learn the jargons, session videos, assignment quizzes, video assignment quizzes. You will have access to this course again for 1 year. And only to those participants who enroll before the demo ends. Everything you will have access here. I will share that in the chat here coming soon. So don't worry about copying anything, the link and everything. We'll share everything. Okay. So everything. So you will get access to ebooks, job outlook, everything. The whole 9 yards you'll get access to. This is complimentary for those who enroll before the end of this demo session. All right. Thank you.
I think one of the last things which we were checking is in our recruiting hub is what are my assessment tasks? What are my background check tasks or employment agreement tasks? So I can cross-check against each of my job requisition that how many candidates of my candidates are there in my review or in assessment or in interview and so on and so forth. And based upon that, I can click over here like, okay, 28 of them are in assessment. And maybe Carl is one of the candidates with whom it's awaiting. So I can check 37 of these people with whom they are awaiting based upon, how the security is being controlled. So 37 people are there in the security group. I can proxy any of them. And then accordingly, I can take action. I can move forward this candidate or I can decline this candidate based upon my requirement. Or I can, if I want, I can create separate send message, which is ad hoc message saying that, okay, hey, you will be declined going forward or so and so. I can create and I can send it across to this candidate accordingly. So this is about, I think, navigating the recruiting hub part.
So I'm going to open this and have you read it. Ignore this part. This does not apply to you. Okay. Ignore that part. But this is our process of getting you trained and getting certified. This is our process. Now, I'm going to give you the other process, which is the normal process. The person was mentioning other companies, other process. This is the process which takes you about 4 years to get certified. We are the only company through which you can get certified. Nobody else can offer that because we work with partner companies directly. It's pretty simple. I mean, recertification and LMS, you can ignore that. That's standard throughout. But this is the normal process because most people cannot refer you to a partner company. We do. Now, before I move and go up and explain you a little bit more, I will show you something else. This is, again, a document I made just for my sake. Okay. Now, we offer, this is a post we made, and there is a reason I'm showing you this post. We'll share this post as well. A lot of times when people go for the certification, it's $800. Obviously, you got to pay that amount to the partner company directly. We are not part of that. I mean, we refer, you go pay. Because we are referring you, you will be able to pay. They will only open the door for you to get certified is if we refer you. So you are coming as an outsider and be like, hey, I have taken a training somewhere else. Can I get certified? Our answer is no. because we train about 120 students a month. We have enough people to get certified. We don't take anybody outside. You have to go through our training program. You have to, or else we won't refer you. We don't refer outside of our people to the certification. So when you do go for the certification with the partner company, obviously you got to pay $800, which is one credit, training credit, to the partner company. They get you set up with the Workday Community and Learning Center, WLC and WC, and then you schedule your own time when you want to take the certification, and you prepare for it on the community, going through our videos and practice. Now, this question I've been asked many times, and I'll answer that before you even ask. How much time does it take for me to get certified after the training is complete? That question is pretty simple. If you are practicing during the 2 months of your training, at least 3 hours a day, it will take you after the training another 3 weeks. And during that 3 weeks, you're putting another 2 to 3 hours practicing on the tenant. Well, practicing on your tenant is the biggest advantage for clearing the certification. But after your training is complete, you will, once you start the process of getting certification, you will obviously come and ask us that you want to get certified. And then we will refer you to the partner company. You will pay them the $800, and then they will open the Workday Learning Center and Workday Community. When you have the access to the community, at that point, you will learn on the community because there's huge amount of information. And that's what we want you to spend that 3 weeks, is learn from the community. And once you learn from that community, it's a Workday community, not like you're asking questions, but you can. There is a lot of information on there. There's a lot of resources. That's only open once we, again, have you go to the partner. So learn on the community, practice, and then you will be ready. You can schedule your exam yourself, whatever time you want, because you have the Workday Learning Center access. You schedule your exam and just take the exam. Now, what is this post I'm showing you right now? What is this post? We made a post saying that because we have built a platform. And what is this platform? This is a totally separate thing we have built, and this is for everyone. So we see quite a lot of people take the certification and don't pass. So what we did was we took the initiative to create practice test platform, okay? Or you can call it a mock test platform. So our questions our difficulty level for our questions is about 90%. If you pass our practice test platform exams for anything, recruiting or whatever, your chances of clearing the certification is very, very big. Now, to prove that, our students pass 87% of the time in first attempt, the certification. Now, prove that is where you go to the comment section and go click on relevant and recent. And you can see all these people who have cleared the certification. Their email, their whatever, everything straight up posted. If you want to see more, we are posting as much as we can, but the number of people getting certified, all the screenshots we have posted saying that, hey, you got certified, you got certified, you got certified. Because we are the only option for them to get certified. And on top of that, if you scroll down all the way, here is a full list of people who are certified, because we can't post everything. All these people you can talk to who have got certified through our platform. This person actually got certified, trained, certified, placed, everything, the whole 9 yards. You can click the post and see that post. You can talk to them directly if you want. So, and you can ask whatever questions. So like I said, we are very transparent. We post everything here for you to see. So that's, in a nutshell, how we get you trained and certified. Because we are connected to so many staffing companies, like right now, we work with Wipro, we work with TCS, we work with KPMG, we work with PwC, we work with many staffing companies as well. SI companies, and we have lots of requirements where companies are coming to us and be like, hey, we want people who are certified so we can, we have jobs for them. So again, we are not a staffing company, but if you are, let us know and we can refer you to that company after you're certified, because certification plays a huge role in your whole roadmap to getting a job. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop and take any questions you have. 17 people are still here.
One question. I think you have covered that, but question is about the Workday community. When you said spend a lot of time, a lot of learning using the Workday community. And having known about Workday community, as you said, it's a huge content, lot of content. When we start taking the Workday community, would there be anybody who can guide us to the proper path that this is a section what you should learn and not navigate to?
Community is self-explanatory, but if you do need a guide of how to use the community, we can surely provide that. That's not a problem. But community has a whole guide by itself. The help section is very important, very, very helpful. But AJ, before I answer your questions, I've been seeing some questions. There is only one certification provided, and that's only by Workday. Our certification is a certificate of completion, which you also get on top of this, a certificate of completion. Okay. That is another thing ZaranTech provides because you have finished our course of 40 hours. That's called a ZaranTech certificate of completion. Why do we provide that? I'll show you that. But on top of that, if you want to go for Workday's official certification, which is provided through a partner company, we are the only company which will help you open that door to the partner to take the Workday certification directly from Workday, which Workday offers, and going through a partner company and scheduling your exams on Workday Learning Center, getting access to community, all that stuff. Am I clear?
Yes.
Good question, though, because you're new. I expected that. Do you have in-person? We don't. We only offer in-person training, on-site trainings to corporates. We have trainers who fly all around the world. We have trainers. We deliver quite a lot of trainings here in the US. And yes, huge amount of trainings. We work with customers. We work with universities for Workday student. We have a huge set of things we do here. But again, that's only for corporates. We don't have any in-person training anywhere at any time for individuals. So we do three types of training. Again, AJ, I'm going to come back to you. Sorry, don't feel like I'm not answering your question. So I'll come back to you. We offer three types of trainings. One is public batches, which is like you guys who are attending publicly to a batch. The second one we offer is corporate trainings, which is 90% of our business is corporates. We work with corporates a lot. We work with Freshworks, Micron, TCS, KPMG. I mean, you name it, we work with them directly. We don't work with third-party vendors, and we deliver training for their staff, their employees. We do a lot of customized training, bespoke training programs, because customers have different types of requirements. This is a functional training, and we also offer end-user training. Quite a lot of end-user training when, right after the implementation has happened for Workday, our teams are like, hey, we need to learn this thing, how to use it. We offer that too. All right, how long community access will be provided? Community access will be provided until you get certified. I don't get it. Like, are you talking about Workday official training?
Yeah, through Workday. So
I mean, through the community?
No, not community, but I'm interested to do with other trainings like you.
So let me clear this out. So once you have Workday Learning Center access and you have access to the partner, and let's say you want to add credits and take Workday's official training, or take Workday's Extend certification, or take Workday's HCM certification, or Advanced Comp, the Workday Learning Center is open for you. Just pay the amount to the partner company and take as many credits as you want, and get certified as many times as you want. In as many, the portal is open. You can pay them and get certified in 10 different things. Get it?
Okay. When I join with ZaranTech, right?
Yes. When you go through us, not join. Go through us. We will open that portal, and then you can work with the partner company directly, and then because we'll refer you directly there, and they won't take anybody outside anyway. So if you go there and be like, hey, my friend is there, can you? No. If you don't go through ZaranTech, the door is closed. So, and then at the partner level, you can pay them, as many credits as you want and take as many certifications as you want. The credits can be used either for their training or certification. It's up to you.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Did I answer that question?
Yep. Thank you.
Awesome.
The question I had was, when you were showing the Google Sheet for the Workday certifications, everybody, you said, does HCM and then comes to recruiting. Can we go the other way, do recruiting and then go to HCM? And what are the opportunities for recruiting versus HCM core?
Well, normally, can you see my screen now? Is this what you were talking about? Okay. Yeah. Normally, the process is most people always learn HCM core first. That's where you start. Okay. But if you, we've seen people who have job with their company and they already have an idea about HCM core. And they're like, hey, my company has an opening where I can jump in as an end user and learn HCM recruiting, and there is an opening. Can I learn recruiting? Yes, you can. Because if you see, half of this course is this from here. Do you understand what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yes. So yes, you can start here and learn, and then you can go back to HCM core. But I'll tell you this, for all of you here, I'll tell you this. Having an HCM core certification, this one helps you a lot. Okay. Now, how you go about getting it? If you go get this first, get that first. You can get this and then later on go for this. But also, that's why we are providing you the free course on this, so you can learn that on your own time. Or here is another thing. You can be in this session live, which is one-on-one, not one-on-one, instructor-led live training. And during the same time, you can go through the videos we have given you and practice this. And at the end of our training of 2 months, you now would be, because you have tenant, you can practice this is the whole thing. So once you have the tenant access, you can practice this, you can practice this, right? At the end of 2 months, once we open the door for you to get certified, go for the certification and go for this, clear it, go for this, clear it. Now you're certified in both. Does that help?
Yes, and then the follow-up question was, what are the job prospects just for recruiting certification or versus a HCM core certified person?
Well, HCM core obviously has more job prospects compared to recruiting. But if you are asking me, I'm very new. If you're asking me this question, I'm very new to Workday. Where should I start? HCM core or recruiting? My hands down answer is HCM core. That's where you always start. But if you want to start recruiting because you love recruiting, you have passion for it, you come from a background of, you start there too. But HCM core is where you start, get certified, move on to the next recruiting, benefits, learning. As you add more modules in your profile, it only helps you that much. All right?
Okay. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, no problem.
So my question is, after we finish this recruiting training, let's say on March 8th, is there a timeline within which I should reach out to you guys to say that, hey, I'm interested in getting myself certified for Workday Recruiting?
No, there is no timeline, but I will tell you this.
Mm-hmm.
I say this and people are like, oh, it's okay, let me just wait. No. See, when you have learned something, we all know, it's fresh in our mind, right? Everything is right there. Why would you not do the certification immediately? We don't have any benefit from certification. Trust me, we don't make any monetary benefit from it. The only thing is we help open the door for you to get certified. We don't have any single monetary benefit there.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. But at the same time, we don't want to open that door for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because then people are taking training from, I don't want to put anybody down or anything, but I've seen people offer trainings for like 7,000 rupees or 20,000 rupees. I'm like, come on now, what kind of training?
I get that. I get that totally. But my standpoint was different because say I have a full-time employment and it's pretty occupied. So I just want to be ready when, you know what I mean? So I just want to know.
There is no time limit. There is no time limit. But what I'm trying to tell you, I totally get it. It's not just you. A lot of people here are, we've got jobs and stuff.
Right.
I would say this is like, Okay, I'll say this in different.
The sooner the better is what you're saying.
The sooner the better, yes, but at the same time, I'm going to add something else. Okay, if you don't know who I am, okay, I'm going to share my profile. I'm an influencer, big time influencer on Workday as well. Okay, that's me. I've got 90,000 followers. I'm going to show you something. Just take a look. Don't get too surprised. This is my favicon, which I just got. I don't know how many of you are seeing this. Favicon is a very big site. If you don't know, they rate all the influencers in the world on LinkedIn. Just take a look. So in education technology, I am number 5th in the whole of United States. I mean, that's an achievement I didn't even know. So I was informed by Favicon to go and check their site because I was ranked number 5th in the United States. So that's a big, big deal. You know what I'm saying? So so yes, we post everything here. You can see my profile. You can learn from that. But what I will always tell you is that the faster you learn, the better you get into the market is best. And the reason, and so my profile already has very big strength. Within the edtech industry, I've been here in this industry for 16 years. I have never seen this much demand for a module like Workday. Okay? And that's my experience. So if we train one SAP consultant, we are training 10 Workday consultants. Okay, I didn't make that up. They're coming to us, right? So I'm just telling you the numbers. And I'm telling you from experience because I've got the background to show it to you. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
The jobs are many. The companies are signing up with Workday, becoming their customers. Workday is expanding into SMB, small, medium business. Workday is expanding to different countries. It's only growing.
Okay.
Just take a look at the Workday stock. Well, it's on a low right now, but still. And look at the collaborations they have done. Just go to news.workday.com and see how many collabs they have done. So, I mean, if you are serious about a career in Workday, it can take you places for sure.
Okay, that's good to know. I mean, that's very encouraging. So, in one more question I had related to this is that, so you said $800 something for the training, so for the certification. So if I appear,
you pay to the partner company directly.
Right. So if I appear and if I don't make it, like if I don't pass, so do I have to pay again to take up the exam, or like do you have multiple attempts?
Okay, good question. Very good question. Okay, let me just clear that also. Let me just clear that here. All right. So this is your Workday the recruiting certificate, any certification. Okay. Here is the testing information. You can go ahead and read this for a minute. Testing info. I'll read it for you. Testing information. The Workday Pro exam, anything, Pro Recruitment, Pro HCM, Pro Benefits, whatever. Okay. Consists of 50 multiple choice questions. To pass the exam, become a Workday Pro consultant, you have to score 80%. 40 out of 50. These are multiple choice questions, but they're very difficult. Okay. You have 120 minutes. For this one, we posted for HCM because this is HCM subjects. So these are the weight of the questions you will get. Exams are done by this question mark company, all the stuff. Exam platform is Workday Learning Center, like I was talking about, WLC, where you schedule failed exam. Once you fail an exam and you don't score 80%, you have 4 calendar days to re-enroll for the exam. You have to pay $800 again, which is one training credit. One training credit means $800. So once you pay, I mean, it's just like a token. You know what I'm saying? So once you pay $800, you get one token. You can use one token towards certification. You can use one token towards training, whatever, so certification. And then individuals must pass a proctored online exam every 2 years to maintain their active certification. What that means is you have to, every 2 years, you have to pay 0.25 credit, $200, and take proctored online exam. Okay? To keep your certification valid. That's it. And for every time you go take the certification, you're given a LMS, not every time. You get an LMS ID, which is like a unique ID for you. So Workday system can tell who you are. So they give you an LMS. Is that clear?
Yes, thank you.
No problem.
Like doing the how make the difference doing the HCM core first and then recruiting, because as I mentioned before, I'm new to Workday, and your suggestion. What is your suggestion? Like because recruiting, you said like okay, so you go with first recruiting and then do the HCM core next. But the thing is that I already enrolled for the recruiting. So if I want to do the HCM core, meaning like you the way you articulated that, okay, I feel like I should go first with HCM core so that it gives me
you already have access to HCM core. We just share. Once you enroll, we'll get you access to the HCM core videos.
Okay. Got it. Okay, now I understand. Okay, I'll go through that. Thank you.
I'm just trying to save you guys money. That's all I'm trying to do. So think about this. Okay?
I get you that. Okay.
So think about this. You'll take the pro recruiting certificate. Training, right? Instead of paying $699, you'll pay $350. Let's say. Okay, I'm just adding value. And then for $350, you will get the instructor-led live training, which is unheard of. ZaranTech does it. We never give discounts. That's not how we do it. And then you will get this free. So basically, you're getting 2 trainings for $350. Now, let's go the other way. You sign up for this, you pay $699. Straight up, $699 instructor live training program. So, $700, full amount, right? We don't discount any fees on this ever. And then recruiting, I don't know if we are going to come up again or not. So you will be stuck there. And then you might have to buy the recruiting course from us on video course, which is about $399. So you end up paying about $1,100, where you can get it done in $350. Yes, your effort is a little bit more. You have to go through the videos and learn, but trust me, this whole course, there is a cost to it, but for you, it's complimentary. We're not going to say free because free devalues anything, right? So it's $299. So this course is $299. So you have to pay $299. Well, you're saving that money too. What we are trying to do, I'll tell you what is the reason we are trying to, why is the reason we are pushing so much on recruiting. We have been reached out by a company here in the US, same company, who have branches, big SI company, who needs about 70 recruiting consultants certified in India.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we're like, and they reached out straight. I talked to the directors there, and they said, if you can get people certified on recruiting, that would help. And again, we are not into staffing, so we're not going to take any money for staffing. We just refer you directly to that L&D director, and then you can go with that. All they're requiring is certification.
Certification, yes.
Because that holds a lot of value. That's why I'm saying I didn't want to say it because I don't want to be like, okay, you hold, you just like, okay, you said that. That's why we did this.
I get the point. Yeah. Thank you.
There is a huge demand, and like your trainer also said, recruiting is a beautiful course. It's very good field to get into. I like people who I've never seen somebody who has knowledge in HCM core and recruiting not have a job. It's such the demand is so high. That combination works very well. And then later on, you can learn different other modules.
Got it.
I hope. Okay. By the way, how was our explanation for everything? Your trainer, my explanation. Is that good? Is that satisfactory? You guys like it?
Yeah, definitely. Of course. It was very clear.
All right. Let's go take some more questions.
So I'm a little confused because a lot of experience, different fields, but this is specifically for recruiters. So after taking this training, the job prospects are mostly in recruiting or almost exclusively in recruiting, correct?
No.
As a recruiter?
No. You don't become a recruiter. Okay. You become a functional consultant who is expert in Workday recruiting. So do you understand the difference between an end user and a functional consultant?
Yeah, I understood. Thank you. That's what my concern. So we will be setting up the Workday for the recruiters, actual recruiters, but we'll be helping whichever comes our. Okay. Yes. And what about, when do you have the training also for the finance?
I don't know. I don't. Okay. We have a huge amount of batches, but you can surely reach out to the salesperson who's connected with you, Rama, Vigyan, support, whatever, and they will reach out. And then you can ask them all those questions you have. You might have received many emails. if you have a list of questions, just drop that and they will answer.
Yeah, okay. I would be interested. The timings work good. And the good part is if I miss some class, I can go back and look at the video, right? And then ask questions. So
yeah,
I'm interested.
But
Thank you.
like I said, this is a very good opportunity for getting 50% off. So go ahead and sign up. Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to be very salesy here. I never like to be salesy. I mean, it's good. That's all I'm going to say. Take advantage of it. That's
a question. When I clicked on that HCM training video, it says $299 per year.
No. It says that because it's for the public, right?
Okay.
But we are going to release the access for you guys complimentary. We cannot, the public link cannot be complimentary. Then everybody will take it, right? Just for you guys, we'll release complimentary access. So you don't have to pay anything.
That will be for a year, right? The access will be for you or only for 2
months? Yes. For a year. For a year, please. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. That's my
question. Problem. Go ahead, please.
Guys, if you have any questions for the trainer, because he has to drop off, it was scheduled for 2 hours.
Amazing session and great, good, very good job. I mean, I like the way you have, your knowledge is amazing. I thank you very much. Okay. And guys, if you have any questions, please post here or ask them straight.
Yeah. So this 800 is for Recruitment Pro certification, or does it include the Core HR also?
No. Each training program. Okay. One second. Every certification is 800. 800 certification. 800, 800, 800, 800, 800. If you want to take Workday's courses for getting certified, it's 3,200 plus 3,200. Every certification here is 800.
Okay, I thought it was a bundled offer.
Yeah.
No,
it is.
Yeah, and I don't see any links in the chat. Can you please help me with the links? I tried logging in through my laptop, but I still don't see any of the chat messages.
Yeah, we will send you all the links. And do you want to enroll?
Yeah, yes, certainly. Okay. And I would also like to know, when would the classes be? Is it weekdays or weekends?
I think I posted that, but no problem. I'll go ahead and post it one more time. Here is the course curriculum and details, everything here. Okay. It starts on 8th February, Sunday at 8:30 a.m. It goes till 11:30 a.m. Central, 8 to 11 p.m. That's when it starts. So 7 days from now is exactly when it starts. The schedule is Saturday and Sunday, 8:30 a.m. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.